Okay. So basically, what we're gonna do here is I have a list of questions for you.
Great.
You look nervous.
All of a
Um,
sudden, I get nervous.
I have some questions for you about Lucy and about your relationship, and this is gonna eventually become a game, maybe even later tonight, where um, the folks who are at the Bachelorette are gonna try and guess your answers, and then Lucy will also maybe guess your answer or correct, and it's just kind of like a fun, uh, I don't know, get to know you and Lucy's relationship.
Perfect.
And yeah, I don't know. I'm expecting this will take. I have 15 or 14 questions, so just. I feel bad.
No, you're good. No,
Okay.
this will be good. Well, it depends on how the questions are.
I think you'll be okay.
Okay.
I hope. All right, you have your drinks handy and your drawing materials handy and whatever else you
Yeah.
need.
Yeah. Got it all.
Okay. So, question number one, can you tell us about the first time that you saw Lucy and or started to have a crush on her?
Um, so Lucy and I met at a ski weekend for college. It was a ski week, not weekend. We met at the basement of Grandpa Grunt's, which was the B&B that the Wesleyan ski team had rented out for everybody that was going to be part of the ski week. And I noticed this cute girl, blonde girl, nose piercing, um, pink shirt, that was just awful at the beer game that we were playing, which was called Vortex or Chandeliers or whatever you want to call it. But so we started playing next to each other, and and um, really the rest is history from there. We connected that night, and we hung out for the rest of the week, um, and yeah.
Okay, so this might lead right into the second question, which is can you tell us the story of your first kiss and your first fuck?
um, so Lucy and I met at Grandpa. No, but yeah, we kissed that night, um, and we um and we we fugged that night. Um, and I think what Lucy would, how she would probably answer. Well, actually, like that part of the story is not as interesting, I think, as like the next night. So of course we're at like a vacation. This is like a week long thing, and the next day, um, there we went to a water park because the lifts were too windy, or the it was Jay Peak, Vermont, and it's really close to Canada. It was really cold and it was really windy that day, and they have like in the, I don't know if it's connected to the, like basically like the only hotel on the mountain, or if it's standalone thing, but they've got like an indoor like water park, which is nowadays just like a recipe for COVID, I suppose. But we were there all day hanging out. Everybody were like playing pool basketball. They had like a lazy river situation that like went around the giant pool and all the slides and stuff. And um, you've met Lucy before. There's not a stranger on earth that wouldn't be invited to a party if they were like nice enough. And so like a lot of the like the local lifeguards ended up getting invited to Grandpa Grunt's and um like to come party with us. And there's like six, it's like 60 of us in this basement. And one of these, and this is the night after Lucy and I had met, kissed, fucked, met, and uh, and one of these lifeguards started like making eyes at Lucy and like kind of let it like trying to really like get with her, and I didn't think that she was into him, and
What made you think that?
I think she was like running away from
Oh,
him,
yeah,
which was a pretty
that's a
strong
clear sign.
indicator.
Yeah.
Um, and so I had a, just had to like let him know, like, hey, like this is not the tree that you want to be barking at, my friend. And he backed away, and I found Lucy hiding in the sauna. And then we kissed again that night.
Oh, that's really sweet. I feel like between skiing and like a big water event, you got to really see Lucy in her element.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, when or how did you know that Lucy was the one?
Hmm. When or how? Um, I think that like I knew that Lucy would be like an amazing partner. When I had moved back from Texas, and this was before we were even really dating. We had moved back to Connecticut. We got back in touch, um, and I was moving, and um, I where was I? I think I was, yeah, I was like moving into a new Connecticut apartment, and um Lucy was like, hey, if you want any help moving. And now when she tells the story, she'll be like, I was just being nice. I had no idea he would actually take me up on it. But I took her up on it because I wanted to see her. And like she was just like, I could not have told you that she didn't actually want to do it. Like we had such a fun time moving, which is like who makes moving fun? Like Lucy can make moving fun. And she was just up for it and game for it. That I was like, it was, and Lucy might call bullshit on this story, but it's not bullshit. Even though it's because even though it was probably like 3 months before we were like officially dating, but that was that was just like a really really memorable um kind of time that I really made me fall hard for Lucy. I don't know if that answers the question, but yeah.
I think so. All right, here's the drawing portion. Are you
Oh
ready?
God. Okay.
And there will be an invitation for other people in the Bachelorette to also draw this. Can you please draw a picture of Lucy's favorite sexual position?
Well, man, these bachelorette parties.
I know.
Um, to be honest, I think
You guys have
whatever I
proven.
draw could look like the viewer's interpretation of whatever the sexual position is, because I am such a um dog crap artist, but I
Well,
will try.
that's what'll make it great. Do
Okay.
you want me to set a timer? Would like a time limit be helpful or hurtful?
You can set a time. Yeah, sure. Let's do it. Give me it. Let me. Um,
I'm gonna give you 1 minute.
oh my God, 1 minute. Okay.
Yeah. Ready?
Okay.
Set, go.
Okay. Oh my God. This is not flattering. I can't even tell. Oh my God, this is horrible. So bad. Oh my God.
You have 30 seconds.
Oh my, this is
Okay, five,
oh my gosh.
four, three, two, one. Oh, sorry. All right. Can I see?
Uh,
Wait, one more time, one more time. Can you hold it up a little bit higher? Okay, that's great. Thank you, Brian.
You're welcome. Oh my.
Um, what's Lucy's number one pet peeve that you do?
Mouth noises.
Okay. What's your number one pet peeve that Lucy does?
Hmm. My number one pet peeve for what Lucy does is oh, easy. Um, she will kind of without asking, kind of like attack all of like any kind of pimple or blemish on my body in a way that can be very painful because she uses this pinching method and and sometimes and oftentimes it really hurts. She um doesn't not do it when it hurts.
She
She
gets
still
in
goes
there.
for it. Yeah.
Yeah. What's Lucy's favorite meal?
Macaroni and cheese with ketchup.
What is your most disastrous date you've been on with Lucy?
Hmm.
Or it could be most disastrous sexual escapade. That was my original question.
We can go with date. That's fine. Um, uh, there have been like we kind of have a bad track record of Valentine's days. Um, I think that there's two that come to mind. The first is one where Lucy had like walked past this restaurant, was so excited. It was I think like it was like by Presida Park. It was called Presida Cafe or something like that. And had looked at the menu, ended up booking us a table well in advance, did not realize it was Valentine's Day. And we get there and it's tasting menu only. And the menu was like salad with nuts and pecans and
And you're very allergic,
I'm
right?
very allergic to those things, but that's okay because the main course was then like almond encrusted salmon or something like that. Another thing that I can't eat in either of those. And then like the dessert was something else that I couldn't eat. And they're like, oh, but like it also includes a 25, or like a wine pairing that is, generally worth $25 that I'm also not going to be partaking in. So they didn't allow any substitutes. They're just like, we'll just like remove the thing. So like it ended up being like $100 a plate, like a person, for what basically was like arugula for me and water. And needless to say, my hanger was kicking in, and it did not generate the romantic, like hidden spot vibe that Lucy, I think, wanted. And but there is a upside to the story because we got really good burritos right afterwards, or I got a burrito right afterwards. So that was okay. And then another disastrous Valentine's Day was, I think we had gotten into like an argument, like on our walk to a restaurant, and we were in the restaurant, and Lucy is just like crying because like I don't even remember the specific, like I doubt she remembers the specific fight, the reason or anything like that, but I just remember feeling so uncomfortable, and she didn't want to leave. She was just like, no, 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 like I just want to be here, blah, blah, blah. And so like she's sitting at her chair, I'm sitting at my chair. She's just like openly weeping. I think we're at the bar, like on bar stools or something like that, like waiting for our table. And there was just like um there's a French restaurant too. And yeah, it was just a lot of stares, a lot of looks. So that was also not great.
Did y'all get burritos afterwards?
No burritos after that one, but we did yeah, we did leave the restaurant much happier than we entered it, which was good.
Good. Um, Grossest thing that Lucy does.
Besides the pimple popping, okay. Grossest thing that she does is probably like not shower a lot.
Fair enough. Um, Favorite memory with Lucy over the past years?
Ooh, that's hard. Favorite memory? Um,
Or maybe what's the first one that pops to the top of your head?
um, a lot of skiing pops into my head. So like being on chairlifts with her and watching her ski, and really springs to mind. Um, but yeah, I think a lot of the like everyday has been really good too. Kind of like the like cooking together, and um kind of like, yeah, like creating this home that we're in together has been really good. Our engagement too, that I probably should have led with that one. That was really good. That was a good memory
In Grenville.
in Guerneville. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, let's see. What's Lucy's dream vacation?
I think her dream vacation is something where she can for something that combines beaching and um, being in the sun for extended periods of time with also somehow being able to ski for an extended period of time. So whether that's like something where you can straddle both, I don't know how it's possible, but that would definitely be her answer.
Um, they say as you get older that you become more like your parents. What characteristic of Tim and Andrea are you most and least looking forward to Lucy becoming?
Oh my gosh. Um, so characteristic of, so I'll do most and least for both. For Tim, I I am most excited for for Lucy to um like just continue to like get on the next level of just being able to be friends with everybody that she meets. She's already well on her way to doing that. And I think nobody does it better than Tim. And I think Lucy will absolutely kind of kind of do that and be that. Um, with Andrea, I think that Lucy's um, ability to get to the heart of the matter quickly and get deep with people um, is something that I think that she shines at and will continue to have at her core. I think Andrea um, has a great uh, DGAF attitude of just diving in and getting into the business, and it it kind of allows people to kind of connect really quickly. And I think that Lucy will can does and will continue to do that.
Oh,
Um,
well said.
least favorite things I'm least excited to for these things to happen, for her to become of Tim and Andrea. Um, I think that Lucy's got a little bit of the hoarder in her. Um, and I think that relates to a Tim gene more than an Andrea gene. But Lucy can develop a pretty strong attachment to things, and especially things that need to be in a specific place. And so that could continue to get stronger, which would be interesting. And then as for Andrea, what I'm least looking forward to, um, the voice to text stuff has got to stop. Lucy's becoming a maniac with the voice to text and the like having conversations with our Amazon Alexa that I am starting to worry a little bit about her and her sanity.
And you think that could be in Lucy's future
It's
too?
like already in Lucy's future. She's just gonna be like getting more and more used to it.
Amazing. All right, we have two questions left. Can you think of the dirtiest thing Lucy's ever said in bed?
Hmm. The dirtiest thing. Mhm. It's hmm.
Is it that you've thought of a thing and you don't want to say it, or that you don't have a thing?
Don't have a lot. I don't think there's anything that's gonna be like that shocking.
Okay, fair enough. Do you want to hear the final question?
Sure.
Okay. What is your favorite thing about Lucy?
My favorite thing. Um, there's so many things about Lucy that I would call my favorite, and I think that a lot of it comes down to um, joy. Joy. Lucy's a joyous person, um, and she's an infectiously joyous person, and um, it's so like amazing to be connected to her uh with that, and like with that characteristic, both in how it um is infectious for me, but also just kind of watching her like with other people, um and just always being marveled with kind of like how she like influences groups and just by being there or entering a room. It's it's pretty instant.
Hmm, that's such a good answer, Brian. Um,
Back to the dirty.
well,
Back-
no, that's, I think that's it actually, unless there's anything else that you want her bachelorette party to know.
are uh I don't just make her take a shower, I guess, at some point.
Okay, great. Well, I'm gonna stop our recording here.